it's Dear Yoongi here, and welcome back to my channel. First thing I want to say is, I'm really sorry if my voice sounds a little bit different today. I'm actually starting to get a bit of a cold, so I thought I'd record this audio before I get any worse. We are quickly approaching that time in Korea where we have a lot of award shows and end of year shows, and of course that means we also get end of year performances. So I wanted to make a video today talking about end of year performances, stages and collabs that we actually deserve, because sometimes they give us some really great content and others I feel like they just miss the mark. As always, please note that these are just my opinions and I am not intending to send any hate to any artist or individual. I'm really excited about the artists that have already been announced as performing at the Mamas. This is just all completely hypothetical and something that's probably never going to happen, just in my own little mind. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments and if there are any end of year stages that you guys would love to personally see. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, IOI. Now I know it's already been announced that 101 are doing a bit of like a reunion at the Mamas this year, which is so amazing. Everyone must be so excited. But I thought if we're doing 101, why not IOI as well? Especially because they had their reunion this year as well, so I feel like it just makes sense. But get this, I would love to see them perform some of the IOI girls' post-IOI songs, just to mix it up a little bit. So like they could do a bit of a Wiki Mickey song, they could perform something from WJSN, you know what I mean? Just to keep things a little bit more interesting. That'd be really cute, rather than having them perform just the old IOI songs. I don't know, I just think it would be fun. Maybe not the same year as this year, because I don't want to take the light away from 101 and something their fans have been waiting for a really long time. But don't you think this would be a cute idea? Because it's talking about those girls' lives after IOI. Number 2, Lee Hyori. Considering Lee Hyori is going to be the host of the Mamas this year, I would love to see her do a stage, kind of like the one that Boa did, you know, her greatest hits stage, because Lee Hyori's got so many amazing hits that I'm worried newer K-pop fans might not be aware of. So I thought, you know, while she's already there, maybe there could be a break somewhere during the ceremony where she actually gets to perform a medley as well. She's a very, very talented part of K-pop's history that I'm afraid some people won't get to appreciate. Like last year at the Mamas, I really thought they were going to have Refund Sisters because Hwasa was there and I think Jessie was there, and it would have made so much sense, but unfortunately we didn't get that. So if we couldn't have Refund Sisters this year, I would at least like to have Lee Hyori do something in celebration of her career. Number 3, newer groups featuring their senior groups. So this one is one that I haven't thought through all the way because I'd like to maybe discuss this with you guys in the comments, but I thought it would be a cute idea to have rookie or more so younger groups perform with their like older, more senior label mates, if that makes sense. Say for example, you could have aespa performing with Red Velvet, or maybe Purple Kiss performing with Mamamoo. I don't know, I just think that'd be really cute. Or T1419 performing with Momoland. I know it's a really random combination, but it'd be a great celebration of people within the same companies. I don't think there's enough emphasis in award shows like the Mamas and the MMAs about the whole community aspect of K-pop and, you know, trying to eliminate the amount of fan wars and jealousy even within the same company. So wouldn't it be really cute as if it was sort of like the elders passing the baton on to the youngers? I'm not saying they have to perform each other's songs, but they can at least do something together on stage. When I got into K-pop, it felt like this was more of a thing, like, you know, celebrating elders with their youngers. Youngers, is that the right word? I don't know. But either way, I don't feel like it's something we see so much anymore. So we don't really know what their relationships are like so much, where that'd be a really great opportunity for them to show us. The next end of year stage / collab I think we deserve. I think we should have like a K-rock and K-pop mashup sort of thing. So there are a few K-rock groups within K-pop at the moment, so the likes of N-Flying and OneWe. I would love to see them perform with a K-pop group. So the thing that brought this idea to my head was the fact that 17 currently have the song Rock With You out, and I can just imagine that with a really great, more rock accompaniment than it actually has in a live performance. But why just have anyone do it? It could be a K-rock group. So if they want to keep it more like idol relevant, they could have 17 perform the song with either N-Flying or OneWe, you know, somebody current at the moment. And I could just imagine imagine it sounding so amazing. And again, it's kind of like about breaking the barriers between K-pop fandoms and genres within the genre. That, and just in my head as I'm thinking now, I can imagine the guys of N-Flying just killing that song. It'd be so amazing. And I'd like to see them genuinely enjoying themselves with another group. Maybe it doesn't have to be all of 17, it can just be the vocal unit if we're worried about, you know, having however many men on stage at once. But I mean, we have NCT, I don't see a problem. Okay, the next one is selfish, but I'm including it anyways. I want to see SHINee at an end of year show. I know Taemin's currently enlisted, so it's not practically going to happen, but I can imagine it in my head, and I haven't got to enjoy much of SHINee as a whole group for quite some time, so I miss them, and I would love to see them do something. The idea I had in my mind could be like a greatest hits stage. Again, I'm not too fussed, but we've already mentioned that Lee Hyori's going to be doing one of those in my Dream Award show. So maybe we could have like, start with some of the solos, maybe Key could do Bad Love, Taemin could do Advice, that sort of thing, and then just go into Don't Call Me and Atlantis, you know, so like their songs from this year. They've had such an amazing year as a group and as soloists. It's sad to me that we're probably not going to get to appreciate it with them. I mean, don't even get me started on the robbery that was those Mamas nominations, because where were they for most of them? But that's a topic for another video that I decided not to make because I didn't know how long I would ramble on for. But no, yeah, bring me my SHINee Awards show stages, please. I would love to see this one. The next one might be more controversial, but I would like to see them bring back the versus stages. So remember back in the day when BTS versus Block B was a thing? I'd love to bring something like that back because I think it'd be a really fun concept. And to be honest, I did really like it at the time. You had the rappers versus the rappers of each group and then the dancers versus the dancers. It was a really creative idea. Except the one thing I would change is I didn't really want there to be a winner. I know it kind of defeats the object to have a versus stage and there be no winner at the end. But you know, like last year when they did the teaser performance for the guys who were going to be in Kingdom and they had it in the end that they were all holding it and no one actually won? I do think the versus stages should have ended more like that because you're only going to encourage more fan wars. So in my versus stage, I would like there to be no winner and it to be kind of more like an ambiguous open ending where it's like who won, who do you think sort of thing. Just to encourage fandoms to be more together rather than fighting all the time. I haven't thought about who I'd like to do this. It would have to be two groups who are in at least a somewhat similar realm for it to make sense. The sort of group I think would be amazing at this in a sense that they could do like the rap part, the performance part, the singing part. We have to have 80s in there, don't we? I mean, could you imagine? I don't know who I would want to put against them, and I don't know who as a group would dare go against them, but I could just imagine them absolutely slaying every single part that they did. So if you guys can think of who you'd like to have versus 80s in the collab stage, let me know in the comments down below. Of course, it's never going to happen, but hey, if it ever does, we were here first. And last but not least, another end of year stage I think we deserve is Brave Girls, and I want them to perform Rollin'. Now, before anybody starts and says, oh, they've already been announced as performing at the Mamas, it's very, very likely that they'll do at least Rollin' as well as something else. I don't want them to just perform Rollin' by themselves. I want it to be one of those big group performances where everybody joins them. So I don't know if anybody saw when Psy won on a music show for Daddy, and it was the encore stage. Normally everybody else leaves the encore stage to let the artist perform their song, but for Psy's Daddy, because it was such a viral sensation, everybody stayed on stage and performed Daddy with him, and it was so fun. And it was one of those occasions where everybody seemed so happy and together and nobody cared about what idol was stood next to which idol, and everyone was just there to have a really good time and appreciate this great idol. So I would like to see all the other performers and any other idol at the show to perform at least like the last chorus, like an extended chorus with them, so the girls could sing like most of the song and then it gets to like the bridge and then all the other artists start coming out and performing the chorus like an extended version with them. Hey, even in the earlier part of the song you could have fan videos in the background of people covering the song. I think since the times we have been in recently, something like the Mamas or an end of year show with a huge global audience needs to drive home the fact that it's about more than just awards, but music, and music more than anything connects people, especially something like K-pop, which does have a huge global audience. And it just makes most sense to me that we do this with Brave Girls because the song Rollin' was the one that changed their lives this year. It went completely viral. So I think if anything, they deserve this huge, big, powerful moment with whatever the song of the moment is. So picture this. this. The girls perform 2 other songs first, maybe like shorter versions, and then it goes into rolling, and you have like the first verse and chorus, second verse and chorus, with some fan videos in the background from all over the world covering the song, and then they do the bridge, and as the bridge draws to a close, all the other performers start to come out, and rather than doing the last chorus that they normally do, you know, with the changed choreography, they could do the original choreography, like, you know, from the first 2 choruses, just the dance that went viral as well, that everyone will know, so everyone can perform it with them, and it kind of drives home the fact about togetherness. Of course, the fan videos are still playing in the background. Can you tell I've thought about this one compared to all the other ones where I'm just like, yeah, I don't know, what do you guys think? This one I have it planned out in my head. Okay guys, and that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching if you got this far. I'm sorry it's not longer, but I'm really struggling with my voice. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please let me know in the comments down below any more end of year stages you think we deserve, because I know there'll be so many, and what your thoughts are on the ones I included. I'm sorry if I didn't explain them very well, but I get excited sometimes when I start rambling. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That will let you be the first to hear whenever I upload. And as always, my Twitter username will be on screen. It's just Dear Yoongi, like my name here. If you'd like to give that a follow, I always follow back fellow K-pop stans, so let's be friends. And that is everything, so I shall see you next time. Bye guys!